Hello, hello. I'm Stephanie Dreyer, a plant-based meal planning expert and the founder of Batch Cooking Club, a weekly vegan meal prep membership that makes dinner easier. I am so happy to welcome you to today's live weekly cooking class. We are here every Thursday morning PST and in the afternoon, I guess, if you're watching on the East Coast. And today we're always featuring a recipe from our current plans, which drop on Wednesday mornings. And today we are showing you how to make our homemade vegan ricotta. This is a great staple to have in your house. We are using them this week in our plan for lasagna rolls with spinach cream sauce. And it works great in all sorts of different recipes, which I'll talk you through in just a few moments. Before we dive in, I want to welcome all of our members who are watching. And anybody new to us, welcome, welcome. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Drop an emoji below so we can see you and say hi. I'm going to drop the link to this recipe after the live, but if you would have questions, feel free to drop them in there during this live, or if you're watching replayed, #replay. I always go through and review them, and I'm happy to give you any tips or suggestions that you have questions about. So to get started, again, I'm gonna drop the recipe, so don't worry about feverishly taking notes, but you're gonna need a cup of cashews, and I have soaked these overnight, just a minimum of 2 hours. And I'm soaking them because we want this recipe, obviously it's for ricotta, you want it to be fluffy and smooth and creamy. Now, you can use seeds if pepitas work great, if you can have a nut allergy. And you could probably actually even change this up with almonds or any other kind of nut too if you don't like cashews. But we're using cashews and we're gonna use the food processor for this. And I've got, of course, a block of tofu. There's a lot of different ways you can make ricotta. I love it with the tofu because it's like built-in plant power protein into your recipe. And then I also have some fresh lemon juice. We have some herbs, we've got some sea salt. Actually, I've got some kosher salt here today, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and of course, the secret ingredient, nutritional yeast. One of my faves. I put it in almost everything because it adds kind of a cheesy, nutty flavor that just kind of brings out all the flavors and everything. All right, so before I jump in, are there any questions or comments? All right, great. So this is super simple. It's gonna take you like 5 minutes to make this. My suggestion and our philosophy with Batch Cooking Club is to take the help where you need it the most. So I love making staple recipes like this. I'm just gonna cut this up into quarters or smaller pieces. And it looks like we might have one question. So I'm gonna take that as I'm chopping this into little squares.
Danielle has, can I use my Vitamix and then not have to soak the cashews?
Yes, Danny, you definitely can. That's a great question. Great question. If you've got a high power blender, you don't have to soak the cashews at all because it'll do the job for you. But since I'm using the food processor, exactly. Great question. I also have a Breville Boss. I have a Vitamix. The Breville Boss, you probably don't need to soak the cashews either if you've got a good quality high power blender. Okay, thanks for that question. So I was saying that this is a great recipe that you're gonna use for a staple, right? And what I like to do with my staple recipes is batch cook those on the weekend, which is what Batch Cooking Club is all about, so that we take the thinking out of what to cook later during the week. When I go to make those lasagna rolls I mentioned later, all I'm gonna have to do is boil the lasagna noodles, spread in the ricotta, pour in the sauce that I'm gonna make ahead on the weekend too. We have a spinach cream sauce that's delish, and you just pour that over and your dinner is like assembled in 10 minutes and it cooks in 10 minutes. So that's what we like to do here at Batch Cooking Club. We always give you 4 dinner recipes, but then we give you 4 to 6 other recipes that you can prep on the weekend to speed up those dinners when you need the help the most. So that's what this recipe is. This is one of these batch recipes we're gonna make on the weekend and then use it to throw dinner together really quickly during the week. All right, we got another question.
Tiffany asks, when will the recipe be posted?
Give me it's a busy day today. Give me till this afternoon and I usually get everything all posted up there by the end of the day. We'll say today I'll have it posted. And I should also mention, I'm on our blog at batchcooking.com/blog. We have another ricotta recipe. I love making different ricottas. So this is just a basic one. I think we have on our blog like an herb more Italian seasoned one. So you could check that one out in the meantime if you wanted. But yeah, by the end of the day. So I just put I'm just dumping everything in here, you guys. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with, it's about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm gonna start with this, and then I add that into your recipe. You can, because again, you can use this in so many ways. So again, we're using it in these lasagna rolls or lasagna, but you can also use it in like pizzadillas. If you've ever made like quesadillas but like pizza style, this is a great filling for it. You could do grilled cheeses with it. There's so many different things. You could stuff shells with it and put sauce on it and then bake it. So again, it's a really great staple recipe for you to have that lasts about 5 days in the fridge, 7 days, 5 to 7 days. Can't remember exactly. I'll include that in the notes. So I'm gonna just zhuzh this up. I'm gonna blend it up, and then I'm gonna taste it. I've got another lemon here. If you know me, I love my lemon, so I'm trying. I love my garlic, so I might want to put more garlic powder in there too. So let's give this a whirl. And I want to show you, maybe we can zoom in, how you want to definitely get everything inside. Like, take the time to zhuzh it in, because you want to make all of the, I don't know why I'm saying zhuzh, that's my word of the day, I guess. I'm just making sure I get everything incorporated. There's a more sophisticated word for you. And make sure it's all combined. And you want it to be, you know, that like consistency, like this is perfect. You want it to be like ricotta, you know, like a traditional ricotta. It's not like a paste, right? But you want to make sure like the cashews and everything get all combined and stuff. I'm just going to give this a couple more pulses. This looks like it's done.
Tiffany also asked, you said we could do grilled cheese with this?
Yes. Okay. So, and we have a recipe in Batch Cooking Club, and I can't remember exactly what I called it, but we used our homemade pizza sauce. Like on a panini, I would get like ciabatta rolls if you're getting all fancy, or just sliced ciabatta. And I would spread like a marinara or pizza sauce on it, put some of this spread in between, layer some fresh basil or any of your kind of fresh favorite herbs. You could even do some sliced beefsteak tomato, and just put that on the panini or on the grill, on your grill pan, and it's an Italian grilled cheese, or whatever toppings you wanted to do for that matter. So try that if you haven't, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna just test this and make sure it doesn't need more lemon, because as I mentioned, I'm a lemon freak. It doesn't need more. Oh, it's good. I went all in on the garlic. Okay, I'm just taking another one. I don't know, I'm like kind of like hit or miss. I could do a little bit more lemon. I think I'm gonna keep it, because my kids are always telling me I put too much lemon juice and lime and everything. This is good. So this is like, to me, the perfect consistency. I don't know if you can zoom in on that. See that? And again, you can use this in so many different ways. So let me tell you the rest of the menu. I already told you we're doing the spinach rolls this week, but then we always double batch one thing and use it in 2 different ways. So this week we are making a tempeh picadillo, which is kind of like a taco kind of filling. It's like a Latin spin, but it's got a sweet and savory profile, because it's got raisins in it, which I know you're like, wait, what, raisins? I'm not a huge raisin fan either, but in this recipe it works. And we're using it in tacos this week, and we're also using it in sloppy joes, which it works great with the sweet and savory. And then we also have a yellow split pea dal with kale. So we try to give you a variety of different plant proteins, so you're not eating just tofu during the week, a variety of different ethnic cuisines. And you can try us for $1. If you are interested, if that sounds yummy and you want to try us out for the whole month, you can try us for a month for $1. So check out batchcookingclub.com/trial if you're interested in that, so you can get all of these recipes that I just mentioned and cook along with us this weekend, so you are prepped for the weekend. You can make all these delicious recipes that I'm talking about. All right, so any more questions on this? This is super simple. I would say, when I mentioned earlier, I'm making a batch of this, and then I'm also making a batch of that spinach cream sauce. So seriously, do yourself a favor, prep some kind of filling like this on the weekend, prep some kind of sauce, and you've got dinner ready to go, and it's like this beautiful, like, special meal. I don't know, I feel like anything with Italian, with when it comes to noodles, if there's any kind of pasta in the dish, I feel like it's like special when I have lasagna on the menu. I guess it takes me back to my childhood when my mom would make lasagna, and it felt like a special occasion because you think of it being so time intensive. But this literally simplifies it by batch cooking a few things ahead of time. Let's see, I think that's it. I do want to invite you over to join us on Instagram if you're not already there at Batch Cooking Club. We are here every week doing lives. We also do live expert interviews over on my Instagram, personal Veegmama, Veegmama. We have all sorts of different experts on Fridays. I usually interview different people. And actually tomorrow on Veegmama on Instagram at 10:30, I am interviewing one of our Batch Cooking Club members to talk about her recent meal plan audit with me and to hear about what it's like to work with me one-on-one to create your own meal plan template and routine to work for you, and how you can plug your recipes in to make your life a lot simpler. So you can check that out. And if you have not already downloaded our free planner to organize your meals and prep for the week, I invite you. We just revamped it. It's bigger and beautiful, more beautiful than ever, and you can get that at batchcookingclub.com/planner. Totally free. It's got lovely worksheets, beautiful colors. Shout out to Honey if she's watching, because she did a beautiful job designing that, and I'm so grateful for her because it looks so pretty. So I want to thank everyone for watching. We are going to be back next week a little bit later. Instead of 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be here at 11:30, just 1 hour later, but with a new recipe. Again, remember, we drop new plans, new recipes every Wednesday around 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We invite you to join us and check us out at batchcookingclub.com/trial. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.